Let me ask you something. Have you ever opened ChatGPT to ask one simple question and ended up spending an hour letting it do your thinking? Or maybe you were supposed to write a short essay, but instead of thinking it through, you just copied the perfect answer from an AI. Sounds harmless, right? But wrong. Because what nobody is telling you is this. You're not just using AI. You're becoming addicted to it. And no, I'm not talking about robots taking over the world or some movie type. I'm talking about something way more real and way more dangerous. I'm talking about how AI is starting to replace your brain, your focus, your ability to think for yourself, your creativity, and even your future. Let me explain. We live in a time where answers are instant. You don't need to remember. You don't need to struggle. You don't even need to think that much. You can just type in a question and the answer shows up. And that feels amazing. You feel smart, productive, efficient. But slowly, silently, you're losing something you don't even notice. Until it's too late, you're losing your edge. You're losing your ability to struggle with a problem and solve it. And here's where it gets real. Every time you let AI think for you, your brain says, it's cool. I guess I don't need to do this anymore. That's called mental atrophy. Just like a muscle, you never use it. Your brain starts to shrink, not physically, but in sharpness, in originality, in effort. Now you might be thinking, relax, it's just a tool. Yeah, that's what everyone said about social media. Look where we are now. Millions of teens addicted to dopamine loops, endless scrolling, fake validation, and brain fog. Now AI is entering the same territory, but worse, because social media hijacked your emotions. But AI, it hijacks your thinking. Let me give you an example. There was a time when writing a simple school essay required real effort. You had to think, organize, write, and edit. But now, kids just prompt ChatGPT and copy-paste, fast and easy. But guess what? They didn't learn a thing. They didn't struggle. They didn't grow. And that's the danger, because growth only happens in a struggle. Real confidence comes from solving things on your own. Not just from having the answer, but from fighting for the answer. If you take away the struggle, you take away the strength. And don't get me wrong, I love AI, I use it too. But there's a line. There's a huge difference between using AI to assist and using AI to avoid thinking. The first makes you smarter. The second makes you weaker. Let me put it like this. Imagine AI is like a calculator. It's amazing when you need to check a complex problem. But if you use a calculator for every 2 + 2 question, guess what? You forget how to add. Now imagine that with writing, with planning, with decision making, with creating. You might think you're saving time, but really, you're outsourcing your mind. You're trading your brain power for convenience. And that convenience has a cost. Not today, not tomorrow, but over time, your ability to think deeply fades. And one day, you will look around and realize you don't know how to solve anything without asking a machine. Sounds scary, but it's real, and it's already happening. That's why in this video, we're going to break it all down. Not just with the problems, but the solutions. Because this isn't about fear. This is about power. Your power to think, to lead, to create. Let's talk about something deeper. Identity. Who you are. Not what school you go to. Not what phone you have. I mean the real you. The one inside your head. Your voice. Your thoughts. Your unique way of seeing the world. That's your identity. And right now, something dangerous is happening. AI is starting to blur that line. Let me explain. Imagine this. You're writing a post and you ask ChatGPT for help. It gives you a great line. You copy it. It sounds smart, feels smooth. But it's not yours. It didn't come from you. It came from patterns, from data, from a machine that doesn't know your story. Now you keep doing this again and again for your homework, your captions, your texts, your decisions. And after a while, something weird happens. You forget how you sound. You forget how you think. Because you stopped practicing. You outsourced it. Bit by bit, your voice fades. Your thoughts become generic. Your creativity becomes borrowed. And eventually, When it's time to speak up, to truly say something that matters, you freeze. Because you don't know what you believe anymore. You only know how to ask. But the truth is, the most powerful people in the world don't copy, they create. They speak from experience, from pain, from values, from truth. And none of that comes from AI. It comes from living, from thinking, from wrestling with hard questions and not always having the answers. You can't outsource that because your identity, your true self, is being shaped every single day by what you say, what you write, what you believe, what you stand for. If you always let a machine do the talking, when will you develop your own voice? And when will you figure out who you are? And this matters more than ever because in a world full of AI content, the only thing that will stand out is being real, being human. That's your edge, that's your power. But only if you keep it sharp, only if you use it, only if you're not afraid to be imperfect. Don't trade your originality for perfection. Don't trade yourself for efficiency. Think of every time you write something from your heart. That's you getting stronger. Every time you solve a hard problem with your own brain, that's you sharpening your mind. Every time you face a tough moment and choose to reflect instead of escape, that's you building character. And the truth is, AI doesn't care about you. It doesn't know your past. It doesn't know your future. It doesn't love you. It doesn't hate you. It just exists. You're the one who has to decide what to do with it. Use it to grow, to learn, to build. But don't let it replace the journey. Because that's where greatness is born. Not in answers, in becoming. So if you've been using AI too much lately, take a break. Try writing something from scratch. Talk out loud and record your thoughts. Sketch an idea. Think deeply. Let it be messy. Let it be slow. But let it be yours. Because in the next 10 years, the world won't need more perfect text generators. It will need real people, leaders, thinkers, and builders. Let's get real for a second. What's the goal here? Why are we even talking about this? Because in the next 5 to 10 years, the world is going to be run by the people who know how to think. Not the ones who just ask good prompts. The ones who can build, solve, and lead. AI will be everywhere, in every job, every school, every phone. You won't avoid it, but you will have to choose how you use it. Some will become slaves to it. They will use it to write everything, think for them, plan for them. They will never build real skills. They will never struggle, never stretch. They will feel smart, but only because the AI is doing the work. They will become dangerous. In the best way, they will use AI like a weapon, a partner, a tool. They will still think for themselves, still write, still plan, but faster, sharper, more creative. AI won't replace them, it will boost them. That's the future. And you get to pick which one you become. In a school, no one teaches you how to think. They just teach you how to pass. That's why tools like AI feel so tempting. It's like skipping the hard part. But the hard part is where the magic is. If you want to be a creator, a leader, a force in this world, you need to build real skills. Critical thinking, clear communication, problem solving, emotional intelligence. These are not things AI can give you. They're things you earn. Through repetition, through reflection, through getting it wrong and try again. If you skip that, if you just let AI take over, you're building a house with no foundation. Don't just ask ChatGPT to write for you. Ask it to help you improve what you've already written. Don't let it make your choices. Let it challenge your thinking. Let it push you, not replace you. And be real with yourself. Are you growing or costing? Are you building your brain or outsourcing it? Are you using AI to become better or just to feel safe? These are hard questions, but they matter because the teens who answer them now are going to win later. Put in the reps, learn the craft, build the muscle, because a strong brain paired with smart tools is unstoppable, but a weak brain with powerful tools, that's dangerous. So the next time you sit down to work, ask yourself, can I do this without help? Do I understand what I'm creating? Am I just copying or am I learning? Because every answer to those questions shapes your future. So here we are. You listen to this. That already makes you different. Most people scroll past. They want dopamine. They want noise. And you're still here. That means something. That means you care. So let me leave you with this. In a world where everyone is chasing shortcuts, you have a chance to build something real. While others numb their brain, you can train yours. While others get weaker, you can get sharper. While others lose themselves in AI, you can use it to become more of yourself. But it won't happen by accident. You need to decide right now. Are you going to be creator or the consumer, the builder or the borrower, the leader or the follower? Because the truth no one tell you is AI will not make your life better, but you will. AI will not magically make you rich, respected, or fulfilled. It will just give you tools. It's up to you to use them or let them use you. You already know what the wrong path looks like. Endless scrolling, copy-paste thinking, weak focus. You felt it. You lived it. Now imagine the other path. Waking up with energy, creating from your heart, solving real problems, thinking for yourself, leading with clarity, speaking with your own voice. That's what's possible. It takes discipline, practice, and most of all, belief. Believe that you have something to say. Believe that you can grow. Believe that even in a world of AI, your brain still matters. Because it does. You've got 10 years ahead of you. Make them count. Build discipline now. Build focus now. And watch the world open up later. You've got this.